Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Andrew and I hope you all are having a good day. This is day 2 of Enter the Gungeon. Day 2 of what is set to be 9,000. We're doing a convict run today, and so it's going to be a little bit different from the last one. I don't really play that much convict. So what do we want in this run? I'm still not sure about going to the oubliette and bullet hell. Just as long as I'm trying to shake off any of the rust I have or trying to get used to commentating over this. Want to get these ghosts out of here. Don't know why they're here. On this run, if I could get 7-leaf clover, you know, that would be optimal. If not, probably, you know, not gonna be, that's probably not gonna happen, right? So I'll accept that, but on the last run, we kind of fell flat. In some areas, it was good enough that I could have survived with everything, but it was a little bit lackluster. So I'm hoping for something that'll be a little bit more game-breaking. Obviously, if I could get like makeshift cannon or something. And we're also looking to perfect some more bosses, because last time that was probably my biggest area that needed work. Which is really weird, because I'm normally pretty good about the bosses. I practice a lot with the boss rush. So we'll see how it goes today. Maybe it could have been a fluke or anything. So just a little update on how I'm doing with the whole quarantine thing, you know. There is no update, because nothing ever fucking happens. But how am I doing today? I'm doing alright. I just woke up, and it is 5:30, and so I think the same thing happened yesterday. So I think my daily routine has legitimately devolved into waking up at 5 p.m. I guess I can't complain, but whatever. At least I got this game to play, videos to make. I guess that's kind of why we're doing this. A little bit of purpose never hurt anyone. Especially when I get to play one of my favorite games. I actually don't know what my favorite game would be. It probably wouldn't be this. I love this game to death, but it's also just so one note. Like most roguelikes really are. The runs are every run is different, right? Don't get me wrong, it's just it's all the same game, you know, every run. And so when there's no like kind of story to tie it all together, that's constantly evolving, it becomes a little bit stale. I don't know why I'm not using the shotgun at all, but I mean it's obsolete in the floor anyway. Alright, so we didn't really get the chests that I wanted. We're not gonna open either of them for the boss, just so that he's forced to give me a weapon. And it looks like I broke my water to go to the oob. That sucks. There's probably another one of them around, but I'm not really concerned about it. Alright, so I'm gonna fight the first boss, and we got the Trigger Twins. I'll normally go for Smiley first, but Shades normally positions himself better. So I'll just do whoever is more available, but I'm pretty sure just focusing on one is a good strat. I also gotta work on remembering that I have actives and like shotguns and everything. Sometimes I'll just become so focused on dodging or talking that I won't switch to my other weapons or items. We should be able to take the flawless here. I probably, out of the bosses on the first floor, I probably get these guys the most. So if we can just perfect at least this first floor, I will be so much happier compared to our, what, like one flawless yesterday. But speaking of my favorite games, well, all my friends make fun of me for being like the lister. I always I would like to compile lists and ask, oh, that was such a bad dodge. I did not mean to focus it that way. Oh, alright. Looks like we're not making it out of 4. One was perfect. But it's to be expected. Whatever. As long as we don't die. That's the end goal. They make fun of me for being a lister. Ah. It's like, alright. So, since I'm not going to the oubliette, I'm probably gonna open a chest, and I'm hoping that it's a passive and not a gun. So please be a passive or an active. Okay, t-shirt can. That really sucks. I also don't remember if I was breaking chests on the last run. I really have no idea. But again, before I start getting more and more off track, all my friends make fun of me for being the lister, right? Whenever any product comes out, or like, let's say we make an album, for example, I always want them to list out what their favorite songs in the album are. I don't know why. I don't know why that has so much flack on it. I don't know why they hate me asking about it, but I guess that's just my thing now. Man, you have one big nose, and that's all anybody talks about. Lead maidens are the worst. I really hate them. But as for listing goes, I don't know what my favorite... Damn. I don't know what my favorite game would be. I think I've always had a soft spot for Legend of Zelda games. I was just a Nintendo kid, you know? I never got a PlayStation or an Xbox until recently. I remember with my first paycheck I got a Switch, and then it was my 14th birthday I got a Wii U, and like I think it was my 7th birthday I got a Wii. God, okay, this is really bad. Can't really do too much about this. Sucks. So I never really got to experience... Please! God damn, though! Here. That was so unfortunate. So I never really got to experience any of the shooters or anything, because those were what were big in middle school, right? You got all your shooters, Halo, Call of Duty. I never got to experience that. I was doing... Let's see. I was doing Mario for Wii U. Or, probably not Wii U, probably just the Wii. At that time, I had to stick with the Wii for a while. Yeah, we never really bought games consoles. I also never really got a lot of games. What we would do, because Blockbuster and other rental services were around, we would just rent out games. And so I would never have that many games. I would just have a bunch of rentals for games. What ammo do I want? I guess a t-shirt. But most of those rental games sucked, man. God. I mean, it's kind of my fault, though. I was a kid, and I would just pick up all the shovelware imaginable. But growing up in my childhood home, my sister had an SNES, so that was the first console I ever played on. And so... Okay! New Super Mario World was probably the first game that I ever played. And so I think I've always loved Nintendo. They're still probably my favorite game manufacturers. I still play a lot of Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. New Horizons just came out. I'm gonna say something a little controversial. I haven't really enjoyed it all that much. I played New Leaf a lot. I really like New Leaf, but I don't know what it is about New Horizons that I just can't get with. Don't get me wrong, like the aesthetic and everything of it, really nice. They clearly did a lot of work into the game. It just hasn't been my cup of tea so far. And it kind of sucks, because that's a $60 full price game that I'm kind of letting collect dust as I play stupid games like Overwatch, which are terrible. Overwatch is terrible. It just pisses me off sometimes. Let's see, the shop. So, I don't know. Probably if I were ever to crack down on my 10 favorite games, which would be so hard, right? Because at a certain point, it stops becoming about the game and more about when I played it or where I was when the game was big, stuff like that. So like Wind Waker, I don't know, I don't think Wind Waker was like that for me, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Because I can't remember anything when I was playing that game that was big or going on at the time, or why I would like it based on the time period. I feel like that was just a really great game for the age I was at, though. Yeah, you shall die. I didn't mean to do Mega Dowser. Get this guy out of here. Thinks he owns this floor. I'll show him what for. Another game that I don't understand, probably Just Dance. First of all, I've never understood how the Wiimote technologies work, how it tracks that, or why it's accurate one day and then completely wrong the next. You know, not in my power to comprehend. That's for some deity knowledge. What a stressful room. I'm also sorry if I can't stick to one conversation as I'm trying to navigate this horrendous challenge that's put before me. These guys explode, so I gotta watch out. There we go. So I'm choosing the shotgun for those guys so that it knocks them back and I don't have to deal with their explosion. There we go. You know it's tough when I'm already having to talk all about the game on the Gungeon proper. It's just kind of a hard game. And of course, we gotta get lead maidens every damn room. They're like my kryptonite. Those are probably... If I had to take one enemy out of the game, I don't know if it would be lead maidens. They'd be up there, though. God. Especially like that last room when he was just getting buffed. Like, what do you want me to do? Alright, please leave, please leave, please leave, please leave. Might have to turn down the screen shake. These guys are also really annoying. There we go. Just Dance kind of freaked me out. Okay. Not freaked me out. I don't know why I put it like that. It was just a weird game. I get the appeal of it though. I mean, it really fucking worked you out, right? That just reminds me of like the Wii and Kinect's whole gyroscope movement. Ooh, that was a good dodge. Their whole movement thing. Oh, it's so weird that the big trend at the time was like camera detection, or that the game would pick up on your movement. Oh, open a green. Hexagon. Not a mimic. Ooh, and Snowballer. And I really hope we can find the vampire on this floor. That would be great. Okay, it looks like I get ice water if I shoot the Mega Dowser. Yeah, that's a video game trend I don't get. Is what would you even call it with the Wii and Kinect? What is it like referred to as? And a Balrog. Don't like it. So this guy just shoves bullets right up your ass. Kind of annoying. Yeah, the Kinect was kind of a failure, right? Again, I never had like an Xbox or anything, so I never firsthand got to experience what that was all about. Oh. Might need to go radius on just a second here. Alright, worth it. If I can just ride out the last little bit of his health, that would be great. There we go. Oh, nice. That's all it does. Okay. I always gotta check for mimics there. Because I can never sniff them out. Well, I think what they are is that those act as eyes and they blink. The little encryption on the podium is brutal. Alright. Maybe good mimic. So, hopefully I can get another friendly so that he can transform. If I can get 2 Junkins, I mean, that's top tier. Another tip, stay away from chests if you're gonna blow them up. Or destroy them because they can blow up, I mean. Alright, no blanket secret room. And again, I'm finding we're actually really good on money. So what do we need right now for this run? Well, another gun would be helpful. I feel like our firepower is probably one of our better attributes, but it's still not like great. Still just kind of alright. I could go for another active. Once you start going down more the Molotov cocktails, and that's great. And normally, I don't know. You can form your own opinion on this. Normally, I'll stick with my starting weapon a lot, unless I'm pilot. Pilot, I can't do it. So annoying. I'll stick with my starting weapon a lot just because I'm just paranoid about ammo. And it does the job, right? Like, we're still getting them on floor 3. Probably around the next floor I'll start really switching. But some good passives would help too. I don't know that I've gotten a single passive. Okay, yeah, I've gotten Baby Good Mimic, and that was about it. But at the same time, he doesn't really do too much. And this is floor 3, so the enemies start getting a little bit tougher. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen there, frankly. Thank you. Dude, if health could carry down, we'd be rich. I really need him. Okay, I really need him. I really need him. I really need him. It sucked. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Sucked. But didn't we just get a half heart? I don't know why I keep hitting it though. Maybe I already picked it up. Did I just come down from the last floor without full health? I don't know. I'll have to watch it back and see. I'm a little bit forgetful just because I'm focusing a lot on the commentary. So you'll have to excuse me a little bit on that. That's my bad. I mean, that's a rookie mistake though. But speaking of some of my favorite games, see, I'm special in a way that I also like movies. I know some of you like video games and some of you like movies, and like there's a fine line, right? I'm one of those guys who likes both. So I'm also gonna let you know about some of my favorite movies. I found that I actually don't watch many movies, like at all. I have the attention span of a goldfish, and so I'm kind of just sitting around waiting for the movie to end so I can go do something else. Which is ironic because I'm making like 15-minute runs on Gungeon, right? I probably just enjoyed movies a lot more as a kid. Honestly, Napoleon Dynamite has always been up there for me. I could watch that day in, day out. I love that movie to death. I haven't seen it in a few years though, so maybe after this I'll go and watch it. If you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, I would really recommend watching it. Screen's all open. It's not a minute. The Skelly gun? Shelly gun. It's okay. It's an alright gun. I've also had a big soft heart for Star Wars. I love Star Wars to death. It's a little strange because nobody in my family really likes Star Wars. Like, obviously they know about it. They respect it as a franchise, but they're not they're not savvy in Star Wars. They've probably seen it years and years and years. They probably saw it before the 2000s, and that was the last time. I might come back to this. I actually have some really heavy pockets in this run. It's actually very impressive considering I didn't go to the oubliette. I guess that's probably the biggest positive about this run right now, is that I can at least buy health. So Star Wars, personally, just like any other good soul on the internet, Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite. That just has so many classic moments. What it really does is set up the fundamentals of what Star Wars is all about. Sorry if you don't watch Star Wars, I'm probably boring the hell out of you and stuff like that. But recently, Phil had never seen a Star Wars movie. And so I took him through a Star Wars marathon to watch all of them. He's actually really liking it so far. He's gone back and watched A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back quite a few times. Sitting through some of the prequels, because they're tough movies, it was a challenge for him. I also hadn't seen a lot of the movies in a long time, so it was a good break. He liked Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope. He likes the original trilogy the most, like any sane man would. Obviously liked Revenge of the Sith, because that's also a great one. Rogue One was a snore fest until the third act. Third act is like a whole new movie. Really good stuff. I don't think I can hurt them with fire. Oh, I can. That plays. Cool. Yeah, the Cthulhu enemies are also F tier when it comes to enemies. See, I want to talk about more movies for you guys. I want to be like the film critic of the century and tell you about all the film experiences I've had in the past years. It's not really the case. I just don't watch very many movies. Ooh, how much are you? We take those. Alright, so keys aren't an issue anymore. Money's not really an issue, so I'm going to buy health. We'll see if I can save that blank. I'll test for a secret room in there. So the AK-47 is a gun, but really what it is a lock nullifier. It has a key on the back of it. And so basically I don't have to worry about locks for the rest of the game. So awesome. Really hyper about that. A lot of the movies, I just don't understand why people would want to go watch it. Oh, here's one, Knives Out. Knives Out I went and saw. That was a pretty good one. I saw Cats in theaters, which, what do I need to say about Cats that hasn't been said a million times already? It was just fundamentally stupid. I don't know what the Broadway production is like, but if it's anything like the movie, then I don't know why it's been around for so long. I don't know why people watch it. I think maybe it's comprised of an audience entirely misunderstood as to what show they just walked into. Ooh. But then I don't have any blanks to the boss. Nah, fuck it. Worth it. Ooh, briefcase of money? Is it like 300 bucks, right? Hell yes. I mean, that's like the picture of the dude in the Olympic-sized swimming pool who's just pouring a bottle of water over his head. We didn't need more money. I'll take it. Oh, come on! This run is getting just better all the time! Cartographer's ring? Some of the map gets revealed. I've never actually seen the cartographer's ring work. No idea if it's actually even a real thing. I feel like it's just made up. Alright, so I'm not too worried about blanks anymore, because we do have Starfy. Ooh, that was close though. Treadnought's hard though. I won't try and deny it. He's a hard guy. He'll get me most of the time, honestly. So Snowball is just not doing damage like I thought it would. Let's see if we can't get him with some of this. Might need to focus just a little bit here, because floor 3 is where the boss fights really start going at it. What really needs to be utilized in this boss fight is my timing on Starfy. It's just I need to really use that properly, and if I do, then it's an easy dub, and if I don't, then I will be hailed as a cretin for the rest of my days on this unhealthy planet of sinners. Goddamn, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I know there's a guy now. Oh, okay, that's my guy. That's my baby. Good mimic. Alright, alright, alright. Fine. I might even charge. God damn. Okay. Guy, we've... Oh! God damn it, man. Oh, what can you do? You win some and lose the rest. Oh, come on, man. Really, as you can see, what we're lacking is a boss killer. I don't want to use AK-47 because I'm not sure if I use the ammo, if I can use the passive key. So most of the time I don't mess around with AK-47. Ooh, this should give me a synergy. Damn. If there is another half heart, I might go buy that. This is really sucky. I have not had to buy health in a very long time. Yeah, whatever. Those don't matter to me. None of these are very useful for me. I'm not leaving any health. Found the secret room, broke all my chests, or opened them. Alright, I'm ready for the next one. I need to start doing those little check-ins. So it's become apparent to me that I really need a boss killing weapon. Other than that, my active is fine. My passives I can roll with. But the boss fights are going to kill me for all my health that I have. It's going to be absolutely draining. I'm only running through some of my favorites so that you guys can get a better sense of who I am. Because this is going to be completely new. And honestly, it's probably going to be people that I have a brief understanding of that are going to be watching this anyway. If I'm completely honest, the main audience is just going to be me, Luke, and Phil watching this, and even at that, they're probably not going to sit through all this because I'm not really at that level yet where I'm super entertaining. What I found is that it's really confidence is really the big driving force in all this narration. Like, I can talk about spoons, right? And people will watch it as long as I sound interested and confident about it. Some of my speaking patterns are a little bit rough, and I think that's maybe what it is, but that's why we're doing it, you know? That's why we're learning. After I do this for 15 years, I challenge you to commentate better than me. It'll be a legendary duel. So this sucks. I said I wouldn't use my starting weapon on the holo, but all my guns fucking suck. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're just really not good guns except for AK-47. Actually, Buzzkill is pretty good. I should have been using the Buzzkill. I don't know why I've been glossing over it. In an attempt to be more interesting, I've made the gameplay less interesting by playing worse and not picking the guns that I need in certain situations. I also, if you know the game, you realize that I've just entirely been ignoring the rat. I've beat the rat a few times, like properly. I've never flawless the punch-out section. I don't even think I've gotten the 5 keys. I've never done the advanced dragon. Not only have I never beat him, I've never actually gone through and activated him. So that might be a little tough. I really need to get my bearings though, and right now I'm just recording on the PlayStation. Thank you. God bless. I'm just recording on the PlayStation backlog, just the save button, the share button. And so right now, we're thinking that we're gonna start getting Elgatos to start this whole operation, and that way I can record for as long as possible. Because say I want to do like Oubliette and Rap Floor and the HR and Bullet Hell. That's gonna be over an hour, and the PlayStation can't record more than that. Or here's what it is, We can do it so that I record 60 minutes, have a timer going, and then hit stop, and then hit record again for the next however long of the run. It's actually not a bad way to do it. Okay, so it's feasible. I'm really hoping we get some good chests on this floor. I don't know that there's a floor that I couldn't say that on, but just this one specifically, we are looking for some better items. I'm sorry that I have to bore you guys with lists of my favorite movies, considering that I apparently have never watched a movie in my entire life. Some of my friends are actually, oh, the snowballer working with this is genius, actually. Some of my friends are big film snobs. Me personally, I've never seen Citizens Kane. I don't know how you say it. I have seen 12 Angry Men. That was a good movie. I'm just like, I'm desperately trying to list off movies that have critical appeal because I have no idea what they may be. Sorry for any sound in the background, guys. We're also working on mic situations. It's all trial and error for now. All in my attempt to be invited to the roguelike Let's Play Gala. Okay, don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about that one. You didn't see anything. We might as well move on to something that I know a little bit better. This music. I actually could list off probably my 10 favorite albums. As opposed to movies, I feel like... So my friend who is a big movie snob, maybe I shouldn't refer to him as a snob because that's very just rude. Has a very negative connotation to it. He's a cool guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's going to film school to be a director. I really hope that I see some productions with his name in it because he has the most interesting ideas. I got to act in one of his school projects. He was doing it for a scholarship to college, and he's going to SCAD. And if you don't know, that's a performing arts college, I think. Maybe not. Ooh, we just got Flight. I really hope I get the Target game. I love Cat Bullet King Throne. And so he was doing a scholarship entry where you submit film, right? You make a film and submit it. And I actually got to star in it. And it was like a $15,000 scholarship. I think we're still waiting on the results. I'm not sure. Might as well buy it, right? I'm not sure if he won or not. It was pretty good though. It had some deep meaning about it that you peasants probably wouldn't understand. I could buy Double Vision, but I already have Starfy. Rations, I think I'm good. Honestly, I think I'd rather just have what I have now. Basically, I got to act in it. And what it was you'll have to bear with me. I'm a little bit shaky on some of the details. I don't think fighting them with ice is a good idea. This is still one-hit killing, so I think I might ride with this for a second. Basically, I'm an actor who works... I keep trying to talk, but focusing on the game keeps getting in the way. I'm sorry, I'm working on it as we go along, just bear with me. I am a robber who I think is being contracted. I don't necessarily think it's in his will. I don't think he has any ill intent against the household. I think he's being commanded to or something by some kind of blackmailer. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I'll put his MySpace in the description so you can go and ask him. And so I'm breaking into the house, but nobody's home, right? But as I'm breaking in, I hear noises and signs that there are people home. I'm going in and investigating what could be going on, and I find out that the people who are home was actually me all along, and the sense of feeling watched that I've had throughout the entire production was me from the future watching my past self. I'm explaining it horribly, frankly. It sounds like the movie of the century, I know, coming straight from the best Gungeon player you've ever seen in your entire life. So you know it must be true. He could probably explain it way better for you. It was actually really interesting. I really enjoyed the ideas that were going on in it. And I'll tell you, I'm a Leonardo DiCaprio of our generation. I feel bad for anybody who doesn't get to gaze upon that production. Not really sure how it got from me talking about favorite album to this, but I can hop on that in 1 second. Damn, man. Sometimes with the kill pillars, there's just nothing you're gonna do. So believe it or not, I think a direct correlation between not talking and doing better. Because goddamn, I've been playing like absolute crap. There we go. As long as I can kill them, that's all it takes, but I'm not used to playing so poorly. It's something I really gotta get used to. I assume this is a cell creep. Yeah. I think I would just honestly rather take 3 blanks down. I think I'd rather just have all 3 blanks than find secret room. But again, I don't know how it got from favorite albums or songs to movies back again. I just can't stop talking about film because I'm really an aficionado, if you will. I have several wine tasting clubs and book clubs that you would be interested in joining, but you can't because it's exclusive. Sorry guys, girls only. Except for me, I'm the only dude there. Again, I asked you the question, what are we looking for in this run? Really just weapons. I have weapons that can get me by. Is this a hollow? No, it is a fork. I don't know. I've gone mentally insane, evidently. It's just about making it through this floor. I'm honestly, I'm not saying that it's 100% no, but I'm saying it's like a 90% no to go into bullet hell. I would not expect to go to bullet hell on this run. Just with 4 hearts, it's a long shot. I'm lucky enough. Look, I haven't been making some of the best plays, but I'm lucky enough to the point where if I go to the dragon with 4 hearts, I'm gonna be fine, right? I've gone this entire game with just about minimal health, and I've been doing just fine. Just gotta clear this room. It's a lot easier when you can fly. I will tell you, the forge becomes way easier. We also don't have very much curse, so that makes it a little bit easier on me. We have the setup for a run that's gonna win. I'm lucky I just picked up that heart because I'm playing like a dumbass. I don't think there's any reason we should lose this run. If we do, I'll be deeply ashamed and I'm not allowed to upload any more videos to YouTube ever again. Apologies for that. Killing the bug kill. That's probably what I'll use against the dragon, honestly, unless I find something a little bit better. I don't know why it won't let me switch. There we go. But anyway, for the 4th time, I do have a wide list of favorite songs. Music is probably my biggest passion, I would have to say. And so I do actually compile lists quite well of this rather than being like, oh, I don't know, movies. I could actually give you some detailed information on music. I haven't listened to mainstream radio in a very long time. I couldn't tell you who or what is popular right now. Since I don't listen to a lot of rap or pop, it kind of sounds the exact same to me. There are some pop songs that I like, there really are. There's a song called Space Jam. That one's really good. I would go check that out. My coworker Nick, he really gets the zhuzh on pop songs for me. Because he doesn't like just straight up pop. He kind of has a more unique taste in music, I'd say. He's kind of, he does his best to make sure that smaller artists get their share. Which I don't know how he finds some of these guys. I mean, we're talking like 27 views on YouTube like this video. Oh, I didn't want to switch to this. God, okay, well this is just gonna suck. I got really lucky there. That was gonna blow my ass straight out. Probably this. I'm not as lo-fi as he is, not as underground as he is. I got respect for the underground. Because I know that underground stuff's gotta be good, right? Because when you're not signed to a label or anything, you get to put more passion into what you're doing. I don't know if there's any point to me doing the past. I absolutely refuse to run the convict secondary skin. I think it's terrible. I won't do it. I'm a little bit more mainstream than he is, but not. What am I stuck on? I have no idea how I got stuck on that wall. Either way. I wouldn't say I have a mainstream sense of music, because I haven't listened to any kind of rap or pop in recent memory, but really, I listen to a lot of rock and metal, and so it's not underground in the sense that I listen to all the songs that people who like rock and metal listen to. Favorite band right now, probably Nirvana. That's probably going to change in the future, right? I mean, music matures as you age. I should say your sense of music matures. There's that hypothesis, and there's also the idea that your music age is just stuck at when you're 15. And so when I was 15, I was a sophomore, and I listened to so much Nirvana back then. My mom never listened to music, and for a while my dad wasn't around. So I never really got to develop a sense of music. God damn. I know I was gloating about being fine on this run, but I am really not playing like it. I still have a heart in the bank. Just for shits and giggles, I do want to find my other chest, just to see maybe I can get something good in it. And so, because of my parental situation, I never got to develop like a good music taste off of what they listen to. Music never just became a part of my identity until high school, because I would just ride on the bus, and I was the furthest out, so nobody would be around to talk to, and so I would just sit on the bus for like an hour just alone. So music kind of just had to become a part of that experience, and so I never had a connection with any kind of pop or rap or anything. I'm not saying that it's bad music, right? I would say it takes lower effort. Lower skill, probably not, because you gotta be a really good singer in this day to make it. You know, I'm actually doing fine on ammo. I would say it's easier, but not less skillful, if that makes sense. I really just want this room to be over. There we go. This is gonna be a chest room. Might as well. I think yeah, I really have no idea. I think it makes chests safer if I demolish them, which is completely and utterly useless to me. Challenge room. I'm up for it. Well, how bad could it be, right? But anyway, it just never connected with me. Rap and hip hop didn't. Oh, this room sucks. Okay, it's an L. I truly was not expecting to die there.